So, equity team, what have we seen in our school community lately?
So I would like to think of our community as an atmosphere, like Earth's atmosphere, for example. When people say offensive, hurtful things in our school, it's like releasing a certain chemical called carbon dioxide. This is the chemical that pollutes our atmosphere and is affecting so many places and so many animals around the world. Just like this, when certain mean racial slurs or any bad words in general are said in the school, it's the equivalent of releasing carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. It's not just going to affect you or the people around you, but maybe the whole school. Who knows?
Some things that I've seen, not only in our community, but also in our classroom as well, is teachers focus more attention on the curse words themselves and give punishments for that, like stopping the entire class or kicking the child out, instead of paying more attention to the racial slurs, which are way more important and way worse than the curse words themselves. And I feel like they should have more attention paid to them and should have harsher punishments.
I've heard a lot of people saying racial slurs in the community, sometimes just as a joke with their friends or actually meant to insult someone. But a lot of people have been saying racially motivated things and slurs.
I've seen a lot of kids who are using racial slurs and other words that they shouldn't be using. And a lot of people don't even know the meaning behind it. And that's what's so sad about it. It's like they say it without knowing the meaning and without having some people don't have a bad intention of it, but they still say it and other people around it can get affected.
How does it make you feel?
Honestly, it's like kind of disappointing. Like you would expect more from someone from you would expect more from our generation, but instead, like some of these racial slurs are from a long time ago, and we're bringing them up again when they should be in the history, and we shouldn't be like bringing it up again. It's just really disappointing.
Nice. How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel upset and disappointed that people in our school, and especially like our generation as a whole, is using these words and this language, because we should be the generation to change and we should be the generation to move forward from racism.
So, how does it make you feel?
Makes me feel mad because this is supposed to be a fun-loving community and family, and teachers aren't really doing anything to like prevent them. So I feel like you guys should do like a little bit more about like racial slurs. Treat them like if they're like cuss words and that stuff.
How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel mad because this is supposed to be a loving and fun, safe community for all people and diversities of different colors. And all the kids are messing it up by saying all these racial slurs, and all the teachers need to help in and pitch in on this and make it a bigger deal than what it already is.
Why do you think students are doing this?
I think students are doing this because they see it all over social media, people saying all these racial slurs, and they think it's a funny thing when it's really not, and they don't understand the meaning behind it.
Why do you think students are doing this?
I think a good majority of why kids are doing this is because most of them, when they hear these words, they don't really they don't do their research. So they think, oh, I could say this because it's funny or it's appeasing to me. So it's like a blood vessel and virus is spreading. So as soon as the virus gets there, it starts spreading to more, and it makes our community a bad place.
Why do you think students are doing this?
I think the reason a lot of students are doing it is because it's been so normalized that it's just like, at this point, it's like a trend to them. It's like, I heard this person say it, that's why I'm going to say it. They're not, like, I feel like some people are saying it because of the meaning, and other people are saying it just because they heard it. And that's why things go, like, that's why some people get offended and other people don't. And the other people do get offended, but they have to act like they don't, because if they act offended, then they'll get called out. And that's what's the problem. We're supposed to be a safe and community, and then if we have people feeling uncomfortable, it just goes against everything the school is supposed to be for.
So why do you think students are doing this?
I think students are doing this because it's been like never touched upon for so long, and they just think it's acceptable when it's really not. Yeah.
What needs to happen to make a change?
I think we need to bring harsher consequences onto people who say racial slurs, because in high school it's not gonna go by as easily as it has been here.
What needs to happen to make a change in our school community?
I think to make a change in our school community, the teachers can start
using when they hear slurs or disrespectful language in the classroom, they could treat it as if they heard any other cuss word, because teachers do like stop class if they are talking or if they hear things that are interrupting their learning, so they could do the same thing for racial slurs and offensive terms.
What can we do to make a change in our school community?
So, like my example that I referred to in the first question, I would definitely say to resolve an issue like this, in where our community gets so impacted by the words that are said, I would say, just like how carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere, the only way to bring it back is from trees and to stop the production of fossil fuels. Now, if we were to equivalent that to the scenario we have right now in this circumstance, it's the equal as saying trees are equal to the positive people, the people who want to make a change in our school. And once those people get heard and those people's voices get heard, that is when we can finally stop such nuisance words that we're using in school.